first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
Second down, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And now it's blocked. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Allen now on first down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now look at 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
He'll buy some time right. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And his kick is right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go.
Now let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one up to the 26. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
So after the INT, it's Allen trying to lay one up deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Mayfield. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will swell the lead to 16. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, Allen. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, here's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So a good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Mayfield now dumps it off to Fournette, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 9, check 9. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. You don't want none of that. Get it, pick up the ball. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Play fake, Mayfield. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Oh,
yeah.
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius. I do admire that he went for it.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now,
Detroit,
1st and 10.
Detroit.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, baby. Boom. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Over.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
The Jaguars on 3rd down.
Lucky
They've hit it
56.
50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield on play action. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Flush to his right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy
trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there, 78 yards, and the Cowboys get a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Lucky 56.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Mayfield to throw it, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing is Allen on third. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The Jaguars on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
First carry for James Conner. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Over!
They're going to run. Here's Conner. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen being chased out left. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Allen now on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's Allen to throw it. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On third down, it's Rodgers. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Detroit! Detroit!
Allen now looks to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39! Green!
On first down, this is Geis. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. it's Geis, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Leonard Fournette. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Over! Watch it now, Barney!
Here's Conner. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
You got him! You got him! Set!
Again, it's Conner. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. It's a quarterback sneak. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Mike 54! Let's go, D. Watch the motion!
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. And that kneeled down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not a championship game yet, but the team that's undefeated feels like a champion. So you've won a little bit extra in this one. Yeah, they've got to feel great about taking a knee here.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jaguars, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.